Hey y'all, Hunter Elliott, rangehot.com. Hope you're doing well. This evening I'm finalizing my review on a relatively new revolver from Colt, the King Cobra Target. Before we get into anything, first I want to show you this. The 6-shot cylinder is open and clear, and I've ensured the gun is empty, still pointing in the safe direction, so we know it's safe to talk about. Got this gun almost 3 months ago, and through that time I've had a myriad of shooters come in and run the gun. We got about 250 rounds downrange. The vast majority of that, probably 150, 160 rounds being .357 Magnum. The rest, 38 Special. We've developed some opinions and thoughts on this revolver that I'm going to get to here in just a second. But first, let's get through the specification part. It is a matte stainless steel double action .357 Magnum revolver. It has these nice wood stocks. It's got a really nice, easy single action hammer pull, and this hammer is nicely serrated on the spur so your thumb gets good traction on it. This being a Target model, it does come standard with factory rear adjustable sights for windage and elevation, and a really nice generous U-notch. The front sight is an orange fiber optic, and it contrasts really nicely to this U-notch. And it being a matte gun, you don't get a lot of glare off of this top strap. Coming down here to the trigger guard is actually nice and open and elongated, so if you've got big fingers or if you're wearing gloves, you still got plenty of real estate in there to get your finger. Trigger pull. Now let's talk about that real quick for a second. Colt is offering in this what they're calling the LL2 linear leaf mainspring. And what that is supposed to do is make the trigger pull, whether it double action or single action, very linear and non-stacking. I measured the single action trigger pull averaging about 3.5 pounds, the double action trigger pull measuring about 9.5 pounds. Both of those, in my opinion, were very linear. The single action trigger pull was really nice. It had just a cat hair of take up, and almost when you were taking it up, you could feel that little notch right before the hammer fell. And so it allowed you to, once you got used to the gun, prep the trigger in single action mode, and I utilized that when we were shooting groups at 25 yards, what I'm going to get to here in just a second. The double action trigger pull is what you would expect, a nice long heavy 9.5 pound linear non-stacking trigger pull. So I think Colt is really getting their ducks in a row, so to speak, on getting these trigger pulls nice. Is it Python quality? I'm going to say close, but probably not quite. Over the couple pythons that I've shot, the older pythons, their trigger pulls were amazing. That's what they were renowned for. This King Cobra Target, it's almost there, but not quite. Getting down to these nice wooden stocks, they're pretty good size. You got a little bit of what I'm going to call a beaver tail, and I'm sure that's the incorrect terminology, but y'all know what I'm talking about right here. And on the port and starboard side, they are nicely textured. And that comes in handy when you're shooting the heavy .357 Magnum stuff, because .357 Magnum is quite a powerful cartridge, and so you're going to utilize these nice heavy wooden over-molded stocks with this texture to keep control of it. Now, the 38 Special was a dream to shoot, nice and easy, no trouble whatsoever. The overall length on this gun is 9.25 inches. The barrel length is 4.25 inches. The weight comes in at 36 ounces. And as I mentioned, it is a 6-shot revolver. So, we got all that out of the way. Let's talk about how it shot. Well, right off the bat, we took it out to 25 yards and got some 3-shot groups. And with good quality ammo, I was able to easily shoot 2 inches and under, 1.5 to 2 inch groups at 25 yards from a rest. Now, y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. That's about as good as Hunter Lee can do at 25 yards with iron sights with my eyes. They're 46 years old now, so I was completely satisfied with the accuracy potential. Now, somebody younger or better shot than me, they may could even do a little better, but I'm telling you what I did. I was very pleased with how the gun shot. Over the course of the past 3 months and different people shooting it, as expected, it proved to be 100% reliable. You expect double action revolvers, or single action revolvers for that matter, to be reliable, but you know, sometimes there's trouble. Now, I understand that 250 some odd rounds is not a lot to put through a gun, but I assure y'all that if there was a problem with this gun, it'd have cropped up by now. I believe so. Something else to consider, .357 Magnum, as mentioned, shoots 38 specials just fine. As always, if you run a lot of 38 special through it, you're going to want to clean that cylinder before you transition back to 357 Magnum. Well, let's talk about shooting 38 special in this gun. I already mentioned it was nice and easy, really easy to control. But if you're introducing someone to shooting, or if you're introducing someone to target shooting, or if you're introducing someone to revolver shooting, a really nice revolver with nice stocks, good trigger, good sights is the way to go. Using mild 38 special like the double tap full wad cutter revolver was easy to shoot, and in my opinion would make a fantastic trainer. You know, you start out with the mild 38 special, you work up to 38 special plus P, then you go to full house 357 Magnum. It's a nice easy transition for people that are dipping their toe into the revolver market, and with good trigger, good sights, comfortable gun, it doesn't get people all worked up or bent out of shape because it's difficult to the manual of arms is not difficult, is what I'm trying to say. 357 Magnum, many consider to be the gold standard of defensive cartridges, and I'm certainly not going to argue with that. And so, while this is a target gun, it's how they're marketing as, with a 4 1/4 inch barrel, you do get a lot of dwell time with that bullet in the barrel, so it's going to utilize that 357 Magnum cartridge velocity. So I see that it would serve very well double duty. Range toy, match gun, swap out to some heavy 357 Magnum, concealed carry, self-defense, personal defense. So with the myriad of 38 Special and 357 Magnum available, it gives this gun a lot more of a field of use, if that makes any sense. So you got a wide variety of what purposes it would serve. I really don't have anything bad to say about it. It's a very nice revolver. Now, this is Colt's third SKU into the double action revolver market. Everybody's been hoping they're going to continue to introduce double action revolvers, myself included. And so we're seeing them introduce them now. The Cobra, the King Cobra, now the King Cobra Target. So let's hope that becomes a pattern and they continually introduce these nice 38 Special 357 Magnum double action revolvers. Now, this is always the video overview. This is going to be an article on rangehot.com that's got all the technical specifications again, all the ammunition that I run through the gun and the specific groups that it printed, as well as some more of my thoughts. It's just the video overview. So if you got any questions past this, just jump over to rangehot.com, check out my article there. If you got any problems, questions, concerns, good, bad, right, or wrong, reach out to me. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, the whole 9 yards. You can get a hold of me. Let me know what you think. If you got some constructive criticisms or whatever, I'm all about that too. I appreciate the feedback so I can continue to make the articles and videos better and better. Past that, you can always check out Colt's website. They got all that information about this, or reach out to good people at Colt. They can, I'm sure, answer any other questions y'all might have. So I'm going to sum it up with this. If you're in the market for a really nice double action 357 Magnum revolver that you want to do some target shooting, range shooting, match use with, but then thinking, well, you know, I might want to conceal carry it or leave it by the bedstand, I believe that the King Cobra would certainly be worth looking at, and the King Cobra Target as well. So keep that in mind. That's about all I got, y'all. I want you to take care of yourselves and each other. I look forward to seeing you at the range.